I'm curious what you've taken from your experience at Facebook, what you've taken from the tense relations between a lot of tech companies and governments and regulators over the past few decades, and how you're putting that to use now in OpenAI.
I mean, so I think one thing that I really learned working in government, and of course I worked in the White House during the 2016 Russia election interference, and people think that that was the first time we'd ever heard of it. But it was something that we had actually been working on for years and thinking, you know, we know that this happens, what do we do about it? And one thing I never did during that period is go out and talk to the companies, because it's not actually a typical thing you do in government, and was much more rare back then, especially with, you know, these emerging tools. And I thought about that a lot as I entered the tech space, that I regretted that, and that I wanted governments to be able to really understand the technology and how the decisions are made by these companies. And also, just honestly, when I first joined OpenAI, no one, of course, had heard of OpenAI in government for the most part. And I thought, every time I used it, I thought, oh my God, if I'd had this for the 8 years I was in the administration, I could have gotten 10 times more done. So for me, it was really, how do I get my colleagues to use it? Especially with OpenAI's mission to make sure these tools benefit everyone. I don't think that'll ever happen unless governments are incorporating it to serve citizens more efficiently and faster. And so this is actually one of the things I've been most excited about, is to just really get governments to use it for everyone's benefit.
I mean, I'm hearing like a lot of sincerity in that pitch.